Man.
Catch that verses.
Oh, yeah, I did. That shit was hilarious. It was senior citizens versus.
I was at work. I was like, come on, man.
You was watching it at work?
I was at work.
Oh, man.
I'm in there hype as hell.
Yeah, I was about to say, Benji called me, Benji texted me, and I was like, Benji gonna come in tomorrow with a do-rag. But let me ask you about that though. Like, how did you feel about the announcement of it?
I didn't know what to expect. You know, I'm a Bone fan, so like literally a Bone fan. So but then being here in Tennessee, you feel me? Like you're familiar with 3-6.
Right.
Yeah. Overall, man, look, I was riding the Bone. Memphis was in the building heavy, so.
Okay, I get it. You were riding with Bone,
Right.
But did you think that they stood a chance?
Nah.
Okay, all right. To me,
It's two different styles of music. You feel me?
To me, I don't know. I felt like it was a strange matchup. I would have rather had like 3-6 and 3-6 Outkast, 3-6 UGK, something like that. That didn't make any sense to me. I don't feel like the accolades match up. Yeah, I just didn't feel like it made any sense. But it was entertaining as hell though.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you think, man, these verses, they slapping them together, man.
Are they getting paid?
Hell yeah.
Were they getting paid before, or they just started getting paid?
I think they just started getting paid. So they got paid, man.
So what do you think is the okay, so before the locks and Dipset, right? Was performance being counted? Or you think it was just you play your song, I play my song, and whoever got the hottest song?
You know what? I think they wanted performance to be involved because remember the whole Teddy thing? The whole Teddy situation?
Oh, yeah.
So, I think that it did play a part. Right. I mean, nothing's gonna beat that New York, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was killed.
Yeah, because that was one of the times where I was looking at it, I was like, okay, Dipset has a better song, but the Locks' performance and presence just put it over. Yeah. So to me, it just started. That's when I was really counting. I said, all right, Versus it's about performance as well. Because before, it was just literally about, to me, was really about just sequencing. However you sequence your listing, your set list and stuff like that is what determines what's gonna win.
I mean, the Locks did it to perfection. Right. They thought they was gonna shit on Sheik and he came out showing.
Right. And Ja Rule got disrespected, bro. Like, no disrespect.
Well, it's Ja Rule, man. Like.
What does that mean, though? We still in 2003?
I mean, I was riding with Ja, you know what I'm saying? But the whole thing was, he kind of put himself in that situation, like, to always be the butt of the joke, you know what I'm saying?
You think he put him, how did he put himself there?
Like, the way he backed down, man,
Back down to 50? He didn't back down, though. You thought he backed down?
He tried to make it, but nothing did.
No, but he did though. Like,
You gonna clap back?
Clapback was good. That wasn't a good song.
One song compared to 40 songs.
Okay, and then he came back with I'm from New York. That was a hot song.
50 took shots at this man on his entire album. Okay.
Yeah, but at the same time though, that year because you remember Blood in My Eye came out a year later, I believe. And this was around the time that they had changed the label and everything like that. Because you remember, it went from Murder Inc. to The Inc. Yeah. They were under investigation. It was indictments and stuff like that. So you can't really be talking all that gunplay stuff.
True, but then you gotta look like Royce, 50 willing to shift the energy from Jai to other people. Because this man went to Fat Joe, he went to Sean, he went to Nas, he went to the Lots.
He's just an evil genius, huh?
I mean, he played his cards right, man. That's one thing I can say.
I mean, I think he plays his cards right, but I think that whole thing right there was like the stars aligning perfectly for him. Like when all that happened, because you know you coming at him as soon as they get in trouble for something.
Yeah, but even his team, I mean, Johnny ain't had nobody on his team that could hold water.
What do you mean his team? Like we talking about? Like the other rappers, like Cadillac Tyler? Oh, they did?
Come on, man.
I didn't know they switched sides.
Name the Cadillac Ty song.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, you're gonna have people like that. That's like, you know.
That song.
Look, G Unit comprised of like 30 members.
Right.
How many of them do you know their songs?
He had Division 1 rappers, Division 2 rappers, and Division 3 rappers.
Exactly, and
Destroying this man.
And where are they now? Like none of them are here.
Hey, that's the rap game, though, right?
Yeah, but nobody, literally nobody from Buck. I think Buck is still like. No, Buck is still nice. His personal things are what get in the way.
I know this man personally.
So he's not nice?
At one point, yeah. But I'm not gonna bump shit right now. But he can release a song right now, and I won't hear it until 10 years from now.
Yeah, because he's not hot. But he still makes it. But the quality of music that he makes is still as good as 2003, bro. Have you listened to like a Buck song lately? Okay. Is he not talented?
Carlito 100 times before I listen to Buck.
That's fine, but you can't discount whatever.
No, if you hear this, just know.
Whatever you listen to, however you feel about him, you can't discount the fact that he's nice.
He had, I mean, his album was fire. That first one, like, can't deny.
Well, if you get a chance, go listen to some Young Buck sometime.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll check him out.
Yeah, I think he still got it.
You send it to me. You know, to me it's like when certain things can't go in your Google search. I think that's like.
Oh shit! It's like that. So it's a personal thing.
No, I wouldn't say personal.
It sounds very personal. I gotta send you the music. I got an AR for Young Buck.
I don't know what avenue to go to find the music.
He's everywhere. He's on Spotify. He's on Tidal. What do you use?
Apple Music.
Apple. Of course you use Apple Music. You look like an Apple guy.
But nah, overall, I mean, he did have a squad. G Unit was, I mean, impact. He definitely played a big part in hip hop, but it was there.
G Unit?
Yeah.
I would argue that G Unit is the least significant supergroup in hip hop history.
You think so?
Hell yeah. Who would you put? They had 2 albums, right? G Unit had 2 albums. The first one made noise. The second one came and went. They had a few EPs after that.
But they're individual bodies of work.
Young Buck and Lloyd Banks, right?
Yes. We can't mention Yeah.
Okay.
He's part of the group. Yeah, but we can't mention Yeah.
Why can't we?
Now, he got some mean features on a few songs.
Some mean features?
Yeah.
What mean features?
The joint with him and Game on the Game's album was it Ryan? Yeah. He snapped on that.
So you're praising Tony Yayo over Young Buck right now. That's what you just did.
No. Like I said, Young Buck's first album was fire.
Right.
Can't deny it. Right. I just think out of that group, Lloyd his ceiling was the highest. He was the better rapper overall.
You said you looked at me funny when I said they're the least significant supergroup in hip hop history.
I don't think it was that. I think that, to me, I think they played a big role. Like, during that whole movie. You know what? It might have just been 50 Shadow. Like, 50 cast a big shadow. So whoever was associated and tied to that, they were going to get more
argue that 50. I'll argue that 50 was G Unit. I don't think that G Unit was really a thing like that. But you know, when you look back at it, when I'm thinking about it, man, I'm like, if the G Unit album didn't happen, right? 50 would have had Poppin' Them Things, Stunt 101 on his album, on The Massacre. Then, had he kept the songs that he did with Game, he would have had How We Do, Church for Thugs. What else did they? Hated to Love It on his album. That might have been like the craziest like run for a new artist ever. To have those songs, and then on top of everything that he had on The Massacre to come out, that album might have been better than Get Rich or Die Trying. But I feel like a lot of it was because it was 50. Like, I don't think that G Unit really made an impact like that. Yeah, I think it was 50's wave.
I don't know, it might be different. You know, I prefer, I was always underground, so you know, like the dudes that he had signed low key, like Maserati Fox, you know what I'm saying? My Song, SB at one point. So, you know, that's what I paid attention to for the most part.
Yeah, I don't think those guys were ever meant to be
mainstream.
Yeah, or superstar. Even if they were meant to be, if they could have gone mainstream, I don't think they could have been superstars. Right. It's like, you know, like right now, like I think a lot of people make the mistake of coming into the game thinking that they're gonna be Drake or something like that. Like I saw an interview when Lil Baby was talking, and he said hopefully to be bigger than Drake. I mean, that's a bold thing to say, but I don't think he could ever be bigger than Drake because, for one, Drake is universal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, white people love him, black people like him, and you know he can host Saturday Night Live. Yeah. He can host. What did he host? He hosted the ESPYs one time, right? I don't feel like Lil Baby has it in him to do stuff like that.
No.
Yeah.
He's not versatile.
Yeah, he's strictly, at least for now, you know, he could prove me wrong, but for now, he's just strictly a rapper.
Right. I mean, Drake used to be an actor, so.
Right. So, but yeah, that's how I see that.
You got some bold shit to say.
For Baby?
Yeah.
But.
I mean, you know, overall, when it comes to the essence of hip-hop, man, you know, I prefer bars. That's just me. I need lyrics. I don't care for the redundant stuff over and over. You know, if you're going to talk about guns and doing something, use metaphors, you know what I'm saying? And give me a vision. Let me visualize something. Use some words that make people want to grab a dictionary. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You sound like an old man.
I'm just saying. Like that, to me, that makes me happy about music, about hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
You know, don't get me wrong. Music in itself is an expression, but when you know what I'm saying, it's like you take a written test, right?
Right.
Everybody's in the classroom, but 70% of the class has the exact same things written down, word for word.
Right.
That's how music sounds today. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, you know, there's nothing else being said.
So, what are the who are the newer artists that you like? Are there any newer artists that you like?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ride with Dirk. I love Dirk music. You know what I'm saying? You got Dirk, you got it's a couple of cats. Now, I can't get their names off top.
Okay. You ever listen to Big Walk Dog?
Who?
Big Walk Dog.
No.
He's actually pretty nice. There's a Big Phil. Benji likes Big Phil. And who else is out there that I like? I mean, if you listen to Dirk, you listen to Lil Baby.
You know what? If it comes on, you know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna look
but
for
I don't have one of his albums at all. You know what I'm saying?
Did you listen to Meek Mill's album?
Yeah.
What you
Actually, man, you know, I've been listening to that Wale.
Wale album is fire.
It is, man.
Yeah, man.
It is. You told me to listen to it, so I've been checking it out.
Yeah, man. That's in my top. That's my top 5 for the year.
With the beard, try to trim it down.
Trim it down.
Yeah, get it close.
I got you.
This shit ain't growing at all. I don't know what the hell. It ain't connected.
I got you.
But yeah, that one lay hard, bro.
Yeah, man. What else you got on your list for this year?
Shit. Dolph, definitely Dolph.
Oh yeah.
But I've been bumping Dolph for like the past 3 months. Heavy. That's all Sierra listened to, so shit.
Sierra listens to Dolph?
It was to the point to where I had to change the station. Like, I was like, give me your damn phone.
Where's Sierra from?
She from Nashville.
That's hilarious. She listens to Dolph.
Love Dolph.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't a fan like that. I know a few songs here and there, but I never really listened like that. But I saw a dude say, it was actually one of my boys. He said, Young Dolph passing is the equivalent of Tupac passing to someone. But yeah. I was like, okay.
I mean, different eras, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's Tupac. It's fine. Personal opinion, that's cool. You know, the guy meant that much to you. No disrespect or nothing like that, but that's a lot. That's a whole lot to say. Granted, and I'll give it to him, like he said this a day after he passed, so maybe he was like emotional or something, you know what I mean? But that's a lot. I wouldn't say that.
I mean, well, you gotta think, man, every person has their favorite artist and they all are impacted different, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because remember when Stack Bundles died, right? Mm-hmm. Some people, how people were treating it. Mm-hmm. Like you would have thought Stack had platinum albums or something, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But I think that, do you think that they still listen to his music like that, or you think that was just like over respect for the dead?
I think it was over respect.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody was listening to it. Folk probably still don't even know him unless you go to a mural or something.
Right. Yeah, it kind of goes to that whole thing where it's like, if somebody dies, then they're it feels like they're a legend.
Right.
And it's just like, yeah, no disrespect, but like, you know, a lot of these rappers that have passed away, they're not legends. They just, it's unfortunate that they passed, but it's not that. To some people, maybe they're like, you know, neighborhood legends, or, you know, city, or like legends in their city and stuff like that. But as far as like the whole culture, it's not like
too
that.
Common. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing. Like, I've never seen it to where it's like a dude come out 1 week, hot single, he run it, next week he dead.
Yeah, dead rappers are becoming way too common too.
Now he's a platinum artist, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's not making sense to me.
It's the game. I don't get where the motivation is, because when we were in school and stuff like that, you know, shooting people or, you know, living that street life, it seemed like there was a point to it. You know what I mean? Like financial gain or something like that. Mm-hmm. But now, you know, you hear some of these kids talking about, I got bodies, I got this, I got that, and it's like, okay, for what though? Like, what are you doing? Are y'all making money, or this is just the lifestyle?
You would think nowadays, like, okay, you know, trapping was a big thing, like late 90s, early 2000s, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you knew a D-boy when you seen him.
Right.
You know, you would think now that the game is much harder. Mm-hmm. Just because social media, the fact that, shit, you can't go down the street without being spotted on the camera somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the thing that sucks is like these kids are putting themselves on the cameras. Like,
oh yeah, they recorded themselves.
Yeah, I was just watching that. You know, the Chicago. Those kids are crazy.
Twitter.
Yeah, bro. Like, there was this one chick. I forget what they call her. I think her name was Kyra or something like that.
You talking about K.I.?
Her, yeah, bro.
I know the whole story. I can go into it.
Yeah, man. She, the reason why she got popped is like she put her location out. It's like, why?
That's what they do. Drop the Addy, goofy.
right. And then 30 minutes later, somebody's dead. Yeah, I saw this one. It was one of the craziest things I seen, bro. Like, it was literally, I forget who it was, but it was at somebody's funeral. Somebody took a picture, and then they put it on on Twitter.
You started making fun of it?
Yeah, with laughing emojis.
What's your boy name? Tuka.
That was Tuka?
That was Tuka.
Yeah, bro. I feel for his family, his mother.
I mean, think about it. They still talking about him in songs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, cause the video I saw, it was saying he's the most disrespected person in hip hop history or something like that. It's like, cause I think that's where that whole smoking on whatever came from, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that shit is crazy, bro. But yeah,
Chicago, it's completely different than it is like here, than it is back home in Miami. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Like, the crazy thing about Miami, there was no Bloods, there was no Crip and GDs and all of that.
Yeah, y'all just had thongs on beaches, right?
No. No, what it was pride in your culture.
Right.
That's where the beef came. If you Haitian, Jamaican, from the Bahamas, like, you could be Cuban. So, it's always a them versus us thing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, of course, there's beef within each other, you know what I'm saying? Haitians against Haitians, they got their own little crews. But you never found bloods and stuff like that.
That was enough. Speaking of that, bro, like, it was crazy. I saw it was a rapper from, I think, Jacksonville or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I think he had issues with some Haitians or something like that, bro. And it was, damn, I forgot the guy's name. But they found his body on his block, chopped up.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
There's real Haitian mafia gangs, man.
Yeah, they're something else, man. They're personal. That's like cartel stuff. Man.
Like there used to be a Haitian group. They went by the Haitian Zombies or something like that. I forget what they went by, but they literally, bro, they would get tattoos of a dread-headed zombie. That's what it was. With 2 machetes. Yeah. And they had no problem, bro. Like, the Dade County police couldn't fuck with them at all.
Would they just let them operate?
I think it was to a point where they just forced them on one part of the city.
But like, do what you do, but just on this side?
Exactly.
Oh, well.
It's like Chicago, too. Shit don't really happen over there in the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
But that's where they killed Duck at over there.
Oh, okay. It was like a mall or something like that, right?
Yeah, that's where the Gucci and all of that, them stores.
Yeah, I was about to say, that street look kind of nice where that happened. Did you see that thing that they put up? If you Google, what is it called, Garden Park, something like that? The O-Block.
O-Block.
Yeah. Have you ever Googled it?
King Drive. Yeah, I've seen it.
You've seen the Google reviews on it?
No, not the Google reviews. I've actually seen it. You know what I'm saying?
It's hilarious. Oh, it's actually sad, but it's.
Don't go over there. Don't do this.
No. Like, they're giving it 5-star reviews and stuff like that. They're saying it's like.
Force people over there.
Yeah, they think it's funny. It'll be stuff like such and such. Let me see if I can just find it.
It's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's wild, bro. Like, it's just like. Why are y'all talking like this? See if I can find it. O-Block. I forget what it's called.
Like, at one point, I would say, like, 2010 through 2016, it was dangerous. It was hella dangerous because there was a war going on between the GDs and BDs, you feel me?
Right.
And then you got all these sub-gangs.
Right.
Like Well, you know, we mess with the BDs. We ain't BDs, but we mess with them. But we got our own little affiliation over here on this block. You know, that's how they operate. They operate neighborhoods and blocks.
Yeah, that's
Similar to how Cali is, but
right.
to a whole different level.
Damn. Reviews. Yeah, it'll be like I met this. Let me see if the reviews pop up. Oh, that's it. So, neighbors are nice, rooms are clean, crime rates are low, very safe environment for the young ones. I also love the ambient noise of fireworks outside every night. I even met a nice young man named Davon Ben, and he expressed his disfavor for 63rd in St. Lawrence. Are you serious? Like,
that's ridiculous.
yeah, I love this place. The amenities are amazing, family friendly. The personal trainers here are jacked. They always refer to our workout sessions as rec time, which is unique. But I noticed they all have guns on them, which makes me feel even safer. I love it here. It makes me feel cozy. Fireworks, the music, it's just a wonderful place. And they just go on and on and on, and it became a thing like...
one of the hidden gems in Chicago.
Yeah, upon visiting.
It's full of joy and very welcoming.
Yeah, upon visiting, they asked if I was 7'4", assuming they were referring to my age. I said, no, silly, I'm 24. Come on, man. It's funny, but it's sad at the same time. Yeah, right. It's, yeah, man. That place, man. Yeah, bro. But that's everyday life. But a lot of the people that make this type of commentary are people who are not
affiliated with anything.
yeah, or involved. You know what I mean? Like, you're on the internet, so you're never in risk. We were just talking about earlier. We were on YouTube, and I was telling Tevin, I was like, yo, I hate when they do this, because it was a screenshot, and it said who was it? It was a Memphis rapper. I think it was Moneybagg or somebody like that, and it said, yeah, Dolph had to go. That was like the caption on it. To somebody who's not smart or whatever, they'll just run with that stuff, and they'll say, oh, this guy set him up because of, you know, just some guy trying to get views, trying to, you know, be reckless. Or even like the day that, not like a few days after Young Dolph died, it was a lot of people that were being posted on the internet as the alleged killers because they were wearing blue hoodies and gray joggers and stuff like that. It's like, yo, this is the guy.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now you got to come outside and defend yourself before something actually happens to you. Because people are just that reckless. It's not me. I live in Iowa, so I don't have to worry about being in trouble for some stuff like this. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, man.
It's crazy how the amount of people that would, you know what I'm saying, think of this, you're an artist, right?
Right.
Now, just think about the amount of people that will come up to you and tell you they want to kill somebody for you.
Right.
They don't know shit about it.
Exactly.
That's what's crazy to me.
Right. Yeah, it's a scary world, man. Making all this money, and this is supposed to be like the greatest time of your life because this is a dream come true. And it seemed like when you get there, now life is more dangerous for you to live. Yeah.
But you also gotta look at it like this, like, you can't be in the same, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you evolve and change, you can't be in the same neighborhood. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't really, you gotta surround yourself with like-minded people.
Right.
So if you, from that environment, you get money, it's time to put yourself around people that's not in that environment to get you money.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I think it's kind of tough for some people to just exit that environment because, you know, now I'm thinking about the friends that they have, the people that they came up with. Sometimes it's not just getting out by yourself. Now you got people telling you, you know, it's kind of like the whole Ghost and Tasha thing. Tasha is the neighborhood. Ghost is trying to evolve past the neighborhood, and Tasha's keep pulling him back, and, you know, all that stuff. And, you know, that's what happens with a lot of people. But I guess sometimes you just have to be strong enough to say, hey, you know what? You're my past. If you're not gonna come with me, then I'm gonna have to leave you where you are. Yeah. But it's still a sad story though. It's like, man, and it happens so much. like even like the rappers we was talking about earlier, you know, it's like damn, you know, it's like they all shoot the same music video or whatever. You look at them, it's like, yo, these kids are making all this money and could be gone by next week.
So I think the hardest thing is getting through to them.
Right.
You know, when you give a couple thousand, 100,000 to a young dude, 17, 18, 19,
Right.
he don't hear shit. He think about who can he impress.
Right. He's on top of the world.
Right. Or, you know what I'm saying, looking at somebody like, oh, I got this and you ain't got it. You broke motherfucker. Like, that's how they look at folks, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Instead of doing something with money, or you know, finding a way to create something with it. But yet again, it goes back to wisdom, man. You know, it takes time. Some people got to go through their trial and error.
Yeah, unfortunately, some of them don't have the time that, you know, the luxury of time that we've had to grow up and realize, you know, hey, that life is unnecessary. You don't have to do this and do that to yourself for you to, you know, succeed. But
Yeah, man. Overall, man, Ja brought it on himself, man.
Ja was living his life, man. That him going against Fat Joe was for real disrespectful to Ja Rule. Don't get me wrong, I like Fat Joe, but Fat Joe is not in Ja Rule's league. Most artists are not in Ja Rule's league when it comes to the
Ja was a superstar.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of hits that he had. It's funny because that Versus, he actually didn't even play all his hits. He didn't use anything, and I feel like he smoked them.
You think so?
Hell yeah. What you think Fat Joe won? Oh, okay.
I like Joe's, like I said, underground. Joe's underground with, like, if you know, if he was doing something for those people that like all his mixtape stuff, and you know what I'm saying, then it'd be different.
Yeah, but he's not even on that tier though. Like he was trying to recreate the Jadakiss moment, and it wasn't that. And Fat Joe's got like a great catalog of like hit records, but going up against somebody like Ja Rule, nah. Cause he tried to do that whole I'ma play all the mixtape songs while you play the ladies songs, whatever, and it just the mixtape songs weren't strong enough, or his delivery wasn't strong enough to sway the audience like that. At least that's how I feel, but. All right, man. I appreciate you stopping by for your polygraph test. Appreciate it, bro.